Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again. I thought it might be interesting to discuss what it means to awaken and how do you know when it happens. So let's dive right in. There is a part of you that never forgets the truth, no matter how dark life may seem. You can almost completely obscure that part of you and its quiet voice by refusing to heed it and focus only on the outer world. The outer world is a constant stream and reflection of humanity's mistaken concepts, and life become manifest. As I stated in an earlier video, this is the realm of ego, and it feeds and grows stronger by only focusing the attention on this realm. And the more humanity allows this false view of life to occur, the stronger they make the chains of their own binding. It's a nasty cycle that, if left unchecked, can lead to the extremes of emotional distress and mental instability, or worse, a darkness so repressive that taking one's life seems like the only answer. You will need patience. It's not all going to happen at once. Your life is a bit like a tuning fork in slow motion. You may strike it on a hard surface to start the process, but it will take time for it to reach its ultimate pitch. Like I discussed in my notes on Jesus' service, even he required almost 2 decades to reach his level of attunement. There is so much bullshit to cut through. We are the children of God who created all this mess, and our power is great, even when misused. So go easy on yourself once you make a firm commitment. Look, Jesus knew 100% what every life stream faces on the journey. Yet he still said these things. What I do, ye shall do, and greater things than these shall ye do. Look at what's unsaid in that statement. He knew all those listening to him would only make minor, if any, progress in their current life. He knew that soon after his conviction in Roman court, many would turn on him, would curse his name, and throw feces upon him in the street. But he also knew the power of the vibratory nature of his wisdom he was pouring into the record of the planet. He knew, without a single doubt remaining, many would awaken over time through many future embodiments. Mathematics is always certain. So again, what does it mean to awaken? And how do you know when it happens? If you watch video 5 about sex, lust, and other things, you will remember me saying that the greatest possible pleasure you can have in physical form is like a mouthful of dirt in comparison to a single glimpse of your real self. I forever stand by that because that is how I experienced it. It won't be any different for you. The how and when will be different, but true reality is eternally consistent. So when you want the truth as much as your next breath, you will have your experience. Guaranteed, it's mathematical. When you make the effort required by universal law, there is nothing that can stand in your way of having as much truth and reality shown to you as your consciousness can handle. And it will be so utterly magnificent of an experience, you will literally be stunned to return to the body, but still carry the purest joy and excitement about what your future holds, what your true inheritance is. The experience will be so fulfilling, you will feel like you had never have to eat again or want anything to do with the old physical pleasures. In fact, you will be unable to fathom how you have just been settling for a dumpster of an existence when all you just beheld has been waiting for you all along. At this point, you will have a feeling like you were just reborn, like you literally just peeled off the old consciousness and now see the truth everywhere and in all experience. Now you will know without a doubt you have awakened permanently. But this isn't the end, not the end of anything. Consider this. It's like being a child in a great mansion who has been hiding in a darkened broom closet voluntarily its whole life. And as a child does, you have just taken a peek through the crack in the door and have been stunned by the lighted room you see beyond. Now the difference is the door stays slightly ajar. The light beyond streams in from the crack and casts a glow in your once dark closet. But it takes time to adjust one's eyes to the light. It takes time to figure out just how wide you should push open the door to gain the courage to do so. The good news is you will never again to be able to be consumed by the dream all your brethren still struggle in. Your only desire now will be to share this experience so others awaken. And that is a most noble desire, and it is also your new service to life. But you will soon discover it is also a very tricky occupation, and very much like walking a tightrope. To be a teacher of great wisdom and light takes years and decades of delicate understanding and patience, because you also soon discover humanity is really attached to their dream. They are highly resistant to change and certainly don't like being told they are doing it all wrong. And they are quite certain death will claim them and that this is their one and only, let me back up there, and that this is their one and only life, and therefore they will just have as much fun as possible no matter the consequences. Once you see this and understand this from your new vantage point, you may think upon how Jesus went about his ministry to try and show everyone the truth. You will understand why he used story and parables and broad, indirect statements to try and get the point across. To try and teach truth to those who sleep is an art, and it takes time to develop a skillful hand at it. And if you are like me, you may never quite develop that skill, and that's okay too. Just raising yourself is also raising the entire vibration of the planet, and therefore indirectly everyone else. Nothing is wasted. No effort, no drop of love given is ever wasted by life. It blesses, it all blesses and raises all it contacts. All of this of which I speak today is a permanent awakening. Many of our brethren operate at various levels of attunement to love, and you have surely noticed this in your daily life. Many have felt a little understanding here and there and adopted it, and that is good. It is slight progress. I kind of see all earthly embodiment like a grade school. 95% of humanity is floating in the range of grades 1 through 5. Elementary school, where you just do what you're told by authority figures and happily play with the toys. People who finally peek through the door make it into middle school, grades say 6 through 8. Here they transition from just playing with toys to start and understand they have divine responsibilities and can use their talents to achieve things in service to mankind. And some even make it to high school. Here, they fully embrace their potential and begin to feel it deeply within, like nothing else in life matters now, but moving deeper into universal understanding. Now, the very limited amount of those who make it to university, let me say that again. Now, the very limited amount of those who make it to university are few indeed. Only those who have completely worked through like 99% of all human resistance and obstacles make it to this finishing school. Only here are you deemed worthy and responsible enough to wield so-called miraculous power on demand. That isn't to say that those anywhere in the earlier grades cannot demand miracles occur for dire situations they face. This does occur. It requires faith. I mean wielding power on demand instantly. In this finishing school, these great ones can choose to linger here a while and serve humanity behind the scenes per se. They sometimes make themselves known to those who are earnest and ready, but do great work for us all just behind the veil. Then comes the great decision. To 100% graduate from Earth's classroom, commonly known as Ascension. Accept one's inheritance of total perfection and move into cosmic service amongst countless other beings who manage the ever-expanding universe of creation. Everything beyond this will have to be discovered, though, on your own journey. Nothing that is beyond this point will have any real impact. It gets too spacey because our limited consciousness literally cannot comprehend much beyond the mundane world we currently reside. I hope this light explanation is of use to some. It's a joyous journey, really. Even when it seems tough, you always know and remember the truth is greater than every obstacle. Thank you.